So it's happened. The 12-volt battery in the Kia seems to be dead. I just opened the boot to get out the walking stick, and when I turned on the car to get my sunglasses, I noticed the side mirrors very, very slow to open, and then it says key not detected when I try and turn on the car. Bloody hell. There's no excuse for it as well, because it's got 95% battery or something. So anyway, we'll go for a walk and then try and sort it out, I guess. At Malga, and I've ordered canardeli. That's canardeli. The canardeli is made out of lots of bits of like stale bread and cheese and some speck in this one that's all mixed together. And I think it's, was it boiled, isn't it? Boiled in water for that? Or is it in a pan? How do you do canardeli? Yeah, boiled, yeah? Yeah. Anyway, it's delicious. And this has goulash with it, and it's good. One of the first things you learn when you live in Italy is how to do what's called a scarpetta. Scarpetta means little shoe, little slipper, little shoe. I don't know why it's called that, but you get a piece of bread and a nice sauce, and you do this, like that. And it's very good. Don't get too close, darling, eh? Regular viewers of this channel will know that I've had issues with the 12-volt battery before. First time it happened in a Kia e-Niro, similar to this one. Second time was in the Hyundai Ioniq 5. And now, while we're basking in the sunshine of the Italian Alps, it's happened in our second Kia e-Niro. I don't know why. No idea why it happened. Previous times, trying to think, the first time it happened because I had a little device plugged in, and that drained the 12 volt. That's not the case this time. Second time in the Ioniq 5, it happened because the Ioniq 5 was a bit dodgy, I think, with 12 volt management, and I can't remember what else. I think maybe the traction battery, the big one, was a bit low on charge. That's not the case this time because the battery was, I think, at about 95%. So I've no idea why. Let's get the 12 volt going again then, and I'm hoping that I've brought the 12 volt jump starter, the car starter. Okay, so the car is unlocked. Ordinarily, when you open this, you get something on the screen. And I've got something called a battery monitor, a 12 volt battery monitor installed on here. And it's really good. I highly recommend it, with a big caveat. So I highly recommend it because it does tell you what the voltage of the battery is. And just by checking earlier, it's only at 5 volts, and the 12 volt battery should really be much higher than that. So it's completely dead, and it came up with a message on the dash to say about it can't start because the key's not present or something like that. Completely dead. First of all, let's open the bonnet and get the car starter from the other side. Oh, no, it's not there. Where did I put it? Oh, I just remembered I put it in the boot. So hopefully I can open the boot. Can't, can I? When this happened with the Ioniq 5, I think I had it in the boot then. So that would have been a good reason for me not to ever do that again. I don't know why I put it in the boot again this time. I think it's because I thought, oh, it's not going to happen again. It's not going to happen for a third time. But you know, it has. I said about a caveat with the battery monitor. It's a little Chinese device, and apparently, I've been told this by a few people now, it sends coordinates, GPS coordinates, back to the Chinese government. So if you care about your privacy, I think it's anonymous, but still, if you care about your privacy, maybe it's not a good device for you. Anyway, let's find this bloody thing. Well, the good news is it's not actually under the false floor. It's just there, next to my expensive camera that I've left in an unlocked car all day while we went for a walk. Because I found out that the 12 volt was dead this morning, but I didn't have time to sort it out. We've been on a long walk, and now I'm bloody hot and worn out, and I don't feel like doing this now, really. Here you can see the battery monitor, and here's the crap 12 volt battery. I don't know how old this 12 volt battery is. Could be that it's as old as the car. The car is 5 years old, so it could be that old. I don't know. Here's the car starter, and I did check before I left that it's had enough battery. If you click that, so that bit goes into there. And then you get this little flashing light. So then what you have to do, you have to connect this to that. Red goes on the red, of course, black goes on the negative, the black. You've got to do that, and then you've got to start the car, and you'll hear click, click, click. And then you've got to disconnect this quite quickly after you've started the car. Okay, let's try that. Okay, let's start the car. And then we've got to disconnect it. Okay, so this little device is brilliant, and it uses hardly any battery. You don't need very much to start an EV 12 volt battery, because all you really have to do is get the 12 volt to talk to the big battery to get the car started. It doesn't work like an ICE car where you've really got lots of mechanics happening, so the 12 volt doesn't have to do very much really on an electric car. But if I press that, you'll see it's still got 4 lights. If it doesn't happen first time, then you can try again as many times as you need to. I think it says in the instructions you should probably leave it a certain amount of, like a couple of minutes or something like that between each go, but in this case it's turned on. Once you get it turned on, this is the important bit, once you get it on, you want to leave it as long as you possibly can. And the reason being is it's now charging the 12 volt battery using the big battery, the traction battery, which by the way is at 93%. So there was no reason for it not to charge the 12 volt. It's possible that the 12 volt is not very good, it's possible it's quite old. Previous days really when I've been looking at it, it seems absolutely fine, the 12 volt, but now you can see that there really is, I mean that's just quite a steep drop off, and to virtually no volts at all. That looks to me like the battery is probably on its way out, and 12 volt battery I should say, is on its way out, and maybe it's got a dead cell or something like that. If it didn't already have one, it probably has one now. It's almost completely depleted. So I'm just going to leave the car on really until tonight, and then I'll come back and check that it's okay, and then hopefully we can get back to England all right and it doesn't happen again. Get yourself one of these if you don't already have it. It really is a lifesaver. This is about, you can't get this particular one anymore, but if you follow the link below, that'll just take you to Amazon and just get any, because any of these are absolutely fine in my experience. It's just really just a battery. That's all it is, battery. And you've got even got USB there, so you can use it as like a power bank if you need to charge your phone or something. And there's a little light on this one I think as well. So it's just worth having in the car. It's really, at this point now, it's saved my ass so many times that I just think it's a no-brainer to get one of these. So yeah, it's about £40 or something like that, but it's £40 very, very well spent. And as I mentioned before, an EV doesn't need a very powerful one, so you don't have to spend a ridiculous amount of money on one. Anyway, get one of these. And if you do want to get a battery monitor, get one of those as well, if you're not too worried about the Chinese spying on your position. We probably should be worried about that, but I'm not massively. They would be quite bored because they'll see that we hardly ever go anywhere. So it's used up 1% battery while it's been charging up the 12 volt all this time. So we're on 92% now. So I'm just going to go onto battery monitor now and just have a look to see what it's doing. So when I turn it off, we'll see what the state of the 12 volt is. Hopefully it's okay. Okay, so it's saying 12.83 volts, which I think is about right, really. So hopefully it's fine. We'll see how it is tomorrow. Good morning, it's another very beautiful day here. Right, let's see how the car's doing. Well, as you can see from battery monitor, it's absolutely fine. It hasn't bothered trying to top up the battery overnight. I wonder whether it'll do it today. Something I did want to say is anyone watching this might think that it's the battery monitor itself that's draining the 12 volt battery, but that won't be the case because the battery monitor uses a tiny amount of energy. I'll put it on screen because I can't remember off the top of my head. We'll go for another walk today and then we'll see how it is. This is our last day at Hotel Peter, and after today we're going somewhere else, but we haven't booked it yet. So tomorrow we'll be, I don't know, staying in Switzerland or Austria or no idea. Ciao, precious. Previously I've spoken about Pinot Mugo. This is Grappa Cirmolo. It's also from a tree and it's even better than Pinot Mugo. It was a bit different, but anyway, if you're in the mountains and you eat too much, and you will if you go to the mountains, then this is perfect. It's a perfect digestive.
Cirmolo is translated to Swiss pine.
Swiss pine, well, there you go. Thank you, darling. God, I look ridiculous in this hat. Something I've noticed is that there really aren't that many electric cars around here. Which is weird, because it's a perfect place for them. Good morning. We're leaving Hotel Peter today, unfortunately. We're going to a hotel in Germany. I don't remember which one actually, but let's see how the 12 volt is. So it topped up the 12 volt at 5 something yesterday. So it looks absolutely fine then. So, what's the name of the hotel we're going to?
Parkhotel
Schmid or something, was it?
Schmid.
So we've got 389 kilometres, and it is more than that, I think, to get there. What is it? Look, the whole thing is kind of not working. Well, I just turned off the car. That should have done it, really, shouldn't it? There's a tiny little hole here. If I press that, then that will kind of reset the unit. Try using this to reset the head unit. I had to do it when we first got the car for some reason. So then we have to wait ages for it to do its stuff. Confirm. Right, let's see if it works now. Okay, so now it's working. Let's go. One of the cool things about the Niro is it in eco mode, you can see how many miles or kilometers you're gaining when you go down a hill. So obviously if you go down a mountain, you gain a lot. So when you get to the bottom, you've actually got more range than you had at the top, which is great. So you can just see it on the left of the dash. So I love that. So we've got 95% battery. And we started with 92. How amazing is this? Driven 40 kilometers, 1 hour 10 minutes, and we've used 0 battery. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it's amazing.
Thank you. This hotel we're going in Germany apparently has a charger, although it said that on booking.com when we looked on there, but it didn't mention it on hotels.com. And we didn't look at the hotel website actually to see. But I looked on PlugShare, and that doesn't mention a charging point, so who knows whether it's got one or not. But anyway, we'll do what we did previously and we'll just stop whenever we need to. They didn't search us.
Yes.
130 kilometers an hour, finally. Been doing 100 the whole time through Austria. Yeah, I've been driving 3 hours 45 and I need to pee, so there's a rest stop just here.
Turn left, then turn left.
Munich low emission zone en route.
Bene. So what do we get here with? 11% battery. That's the efficiency. What a lovely smell. Okay, so I need to get a bag from here. Ooh. And a charging cable from there. Okay, all good, that's plugged in and it's charging. Not the cheapest, but it's convenient. Time to go to the next hotel, which is going to be somewhere else in Germany, near Cologne I think it is, I can't remember. So we're charged to 100%. So it's really convenient charging overnight at a hotel, because obviously you're parked here anyway, so you might as well charge at the same time. This wasn't the cheapest really, I mean it was about €40 it cost, but that's like €40 for pretty much what, 90% I think of the battery. so it's not too bad. Even though it's saying 524 kilometers, it's really not going to be that. We'll see how we get on. I think it's like 400 and something kilometers to the next hotel. It would be lovely if we could do it without needing to charge.
We are going to another hotel in Germany. We've been at Parkhotel Schmid. And Aurelia, how many stars would you give the Hotel Schmid?
2.5.
Oh, it says Parkhotel Schmid there.
And why would you give it 2.5? Let's list all the bad things. The air conditioning, I think at night stopped working, so we were boiling because it's 32 degrees. And so at 3 in the morning I was trying to work out how to make it start again.
Yeah, so I hardly slept that night. And now it's the worst thing.
That was a bit.
At dinner, when we tried to eat,
They didn't have an indoor restaurant, they just had a beer garden,
Yes.
which is
So-
just like an outdoor pub.
So they only have this beer garden outside, but there are all of these wasps there. So when I try to eat all my food, they all come and then I have to run away from them because they chase me. Then they go in my apple juice, they eat most of the food. They're always buzzing around the table and
Yeah.
there's no option of indoors. You have to eat outside or you don't eat at all.
Yeah, it's infested with wasps, so actually I had to throw away Aurelia's apple juice because they were all crowding around the apple juice. So the whole full glass of apple juice, I just threw it away and put it on another table, and then they were all going there instead. A big waste of money.
Yeah, so I didn't enjoy my dinner. The food was nice, but still I didn't
Yeah,
enjoy
the food was nice. They had organic options. It was really nice actually. The breakfast was really good. 5-star breakfast. Not for. There were organic things. There were little sauces, like a red sauce made of blended peppers, salmon. So these little sauces. They weren't the friendliest bunch either. They were all a bit grumpy. No?
Yeah.
However, I did leave my phone at reception by mistake, and she didn't
Steal it?
Yeah. In Italy, they would have stolen it. Yeah, sure.
The receptionist was very nice, the one just now.
Ah, was
Yeah.
she?
Yes, she was nice.
Ma
But then she was fluent in English, so she was.
sì, also the other one was nice. It's fine. They're not amazingly nice, you know. They were a bit. Also, the waitresses in the beer garden.
But
They seemed like they were doing you a favor to
Well, they're-
bring you food, and
probably pissed off with dodging wasps.
yeah.
Can't have been much fun for them either.
So this made us want to open a hotel ourselves.
Yes.
Because if I had that hotel, I would make it better.
It must be very difficult being a hotelier. Think how difficult that is.
You just provide the basic services. You just sleep there yourself once every season and see what's going wrong, and you fix it. Aurelia is wearing a nice necklace. Che bello quel coso. Mamma mia, quanto è brutto.
And I'm wearing an unironed shirt for the 3rd day running. Because no hotels have irons.
But our house has irons, but you still don't use them.
True. Yeah, but that's because I never see anyone.
You'll get a reputation throughout Europe as the messy, shy, come si dice?
Scruffy.
Scruffy guy that no one wants in their hotel because it puts down the image of the hotel. Huh?
Yeah. I didn't even tip last night. I still feel guilty about that.
Tip. What do you want to tip?
She was nice.
Thank you for the wasps.
Yeah, it's not her fault, was it?
Tip the wasps. Now we're going. Ciao. I'm gonna book a hotel for Amsterdam. We're gonna go and see the ladies in the glass. Eh?
Yeah.
Ne vuoi vedere?
No.
So we're driving for 3 hours now, so we're going to stop and swap over and pee and charge, maybe. We do need to charge to get to the hotel. I don't think there are any available, actually. Yeah, there's 4 chargers, one of them's dead, and there's a Mercedes EQS waiting, so I guess we'll go to the next services instead. So driving on the Autobahn most of the time is fine, but the problem is you've got 2 issues. One is that German drivers can be nuts. I mean, I had one just now, a Mini, that kind of undertook and didn't even indicate, and that's relatively common. The other thing is that when you think you can get into the faster lane to overtake someone, because there's no speed limit, you suddenly see usually a BMW or a Mercedes right up your arse. Like the moment you pull out, suddenly they're there and you think, oh god, now I've got to get back in. So yeah, it's not the most relaxing place to drive, Germany. And they don't have enough chargers on the motorway. So the rest stop coming up called Langenbergheim, so we're going to go there. Yeah, just here. Right, okay, so we're here, driven 350 kilometres, and we've got 16% battery, 64 kilometres left. Blimey, it's hot. Right, okay, let's see if this works. I don't have high hopes because it's EnBW. Does that mean it's not working? Maybe. Yeah, looks dead. EnBW charges seem to be rubbish, don't they? Okay, well we'll go to a 50 kilowatt then. Okay, let's give this a go. First of all, I mean it's just 50 kilowatt, but I guess that's fine. You don't really need that much actually to get to the next place. Start. RFID card. You are allowed to start charging, that's very nice of it. So in theory, we should go right up to 50 kilowatts. There's no excuse not to. So it seems in Germany, it's really not very good. You don't have very many chargers around. I'm just looking around because I mean it would be hilarious if I'd missed like a massive Ionity hub or something like that, but there aren't. So you don't have very many chargers around on the rest stops. And if you do find them, the EnBW chargers don't appear to be very reliable. Almost like what we used to have in England actually with the electric highway, until they were bought by GridServe, and now it's a lot more reliable. But yeah, okay, well at least we're charging, that's the main thing. I wasn't too worried, but you know, once it gets, the closer it gets to 10%, the more I get a little bit concerned. Because I'm used to planning everything, and of course I'm not planning this time. Anyway, this little 50 kilowatt charger seems to be doing something, even though it's not getting up to 50 kilowatts, but who cares? I've never seen such a barren rest stop before. There's no one here. It's been so busy up until now. Okay, I've just gone into pee and come back, and we're at 24% battery. I'm actually not sure what we want to charge up to. We've only got an hour of driving to go, so we could probably go now really, but I'm just gonna go in the car, have a little snack, and then I think we'll be on our way. So maybe we'll wait another 10 minutes or so.
Choose from 5 types of pizza. All drinks are included. All drinks included, beer, wine or soft drinks.
Okay, so let's stop.
al lago, però non mi sa che... Guarda, vedete? Look.
No, I can't see anything. How can they just remove a lake?
No, it's the Hotel of the Shining.
Well, they've still got golf. People play golf around here.
Oh, yeah?
So we've got over 10%, 36 kilometres. It looks like there's one lowly charging port, so let's see if that works. I can't see anywhere of like paying for it or anything, so it might be free. Seems to be charging. Pretty slow, but it's charging. Yeah, so it's only 3.4 kilowatts. So it says it'll take 20 hours to charge up to 100, but even if it's not fully charged, it's fine. And it's free, so that's good.
Però il balcone non è tutto nostro, quelli c'è un'altra camera.
È di là?
Sì. Peccato che non abbiamo due panni. Che maracugia soft, guarda un po'. Allora, quello che devo fare, io posso colpire solo quella bianca, quindi devo decidere dove mettermi per far entrare una. Cin cin.
Chin chin, piccola. Good morning. It's actually a beautiful morning. It's quite warm, but it's rained, so it feels a little bit fresh. It's nice. So let's just check the car. It's been on for a long time actually on this pretty slow charger. So another 2.5 hours to get to 100%. I think we'll leave before 2.5 hours. We're just going to get some breakfast now, but that's fine. It's a pretty good charge, isn't it, to leave with, so no problem at all. And it's free, as I said before. There's a beautiful walk around here. Should be a lake, but the lake has been drained or something for some reason. So yeah, so we can't walk around the lake really. We can walk around what used to be a lake. But there is obviously a nice golf course here, which they are sprinkling water on at the moment.
On bread so that it releases the juices and it's not too fat, no?
Oh yeah, true. Fruit salad for Papa. Lots of meats and things. They've got salmon as well, Okay, so we've paid and now we're off to, it's quite exciting really, we're off to Amsterdam. It's all a bit last minute, as always with us. But we're going to Amsterdam and then we're going to get a ferry back to England. Okay, so we can now remove this. We're at 92%. Oh, so we might be able to do it without charging then. Beautiful lake, beautiful lake. No. No, it's not. So we're now driving to Amsterdam. I just thought I would say a couple of notes about the hotel for anyone that actually cares about these mini hotel reviews. So just quickly, the mojito was really good and the other cocktails. The room itself felt a little bit dated. In fact, the hotel was relatively dated, but the dining area was really nicely done. They were pretty friendly. We got upgraded to a suite because we'd got a room that should have been for 3 people on hotels.com, but really it was just a room with a king bed. And they were going to bring like a smaller bed, but Flaviana got me to moan and get upgraded to another room, so that's what happened.
The elevator stank.
The elevator smelled of copper. Yeah, that kind of, it smelled like handling old coins. The food was pretty good for dinner. For breakfast, the spread looked fantastic and they had a fantastic array of things, but actually the quality of it wasn't as good as the previous hotel we went to, which had loads of things and it was all delicious. I had beef tartare last night, and although it tasted fine, and actually the vinaigrette or whatever was really nice, the tartare itself wasn't that great. Wasn't as good as the one we had at Hotel Peter, which was delicious. The burger, what about, oh right, yeah. So Aurelia had a burger.
Kids cheeseburger.
It was a kids cheeseburger, yeah, and it had kind of a mustardy burger sauce, both on the top and bottom of the burger. So it was like you couldn't avoid the mustard, which was a shame. Again,
we don't know if that's the...
It could have been on the, yes, Flaviana wants to say that it could have been on the menu, and I might have missed that when I tried to do Google Translate. So it's possible it's my fault, but still, on a kids menu, there probably shouldn't be any mustard, because...
But Germans probably give mustard in milk.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, German kids may be more happy to have mustard than sensitive English palates. I think that's probably it. The resort itself had a golf course on it. Great if you like golf, and I think there's probably a walk around a lake, but the lake has been drained. But that could have been why we got it a little bit cheaper. There weren't actually very many people there, so it felt like we had the hotel almost to ourselves, really. Swimming pool was a bit cold, and infrequent bubbles, which bothered Aurelia. I think that's it, isn't it? Have I covered everything? Yes.
The quality of the breakfast was, was better. The bacon with the speck was good.
Yeah, the bacon with it. Yeah, the bacon.
The sausages were good.
The sausages were good, but like the scrambled egg was not very good.
The pastries were hard.
Pastries were hard. They had potato rosti. Really, I didn't think it was that great. I didn't think it was good. Anyway, but the place itself, was generally nice enough.
I had the best sleep in the whole trip.
Despite there not being air conditioning?
Yeah, because I had, if you plan in advance, like removing the duvet and just having the little sheet, the little duvet cover, then it's all good. That's the thing. It's the trick is to organize, removing the plastic. Remove the plastic, just have a little sheet. It was absolutely fine.
I think that would be it then for this little tiny review. On we go to Amsterdam. So actually, before we go to Amsterdam, we're visiting a friend of Flaviana's family. So we're going there first, which is about 1 hour out of Amsterdam. I'm going to try with the app. Okay. Go on, Precious. Don't know how fast it's going to be. I mean, it's not very quick, but that should be fine. Okay, so we're charging, and now we're going to walk and see our friend. We're back to the car, and I'm going to stop the charge using the app. 34%, 143 kilometers. Most of the time I'm using the e-Niro's cruise control, the adaptive cruise control, which keeps you, you know, at a certain distance from the car in front. And I find that's really good. The only time it's a bit rubbish is if someone cuts in front of you, which happens a lot in Germany, then it feels a little bit jerky when it slows down to make the required gap between you and the car in front. But other than that, it's very good. And I have to say that the way the e-Niro checks the speed limit from the signs is really good, and is far better in my experience than the Tesla Model 3 was. The only caveat with that is that in the Netherlands at the moment it's 100 kilometers an hour between a certain time period, and it's not clever enough to know that. So it says 120 on here at the moment, when actually it should be 100. But other than that, it's really, really good.
In 500 meters, the destination is on your right. Queue car.
We're almost there. Run over some
Yeah,
people.
no, it's just you have to be careful of the bikes that are coming, give them precedence.
Yeah. Yep, it's opening that. Okay, so we're here in the car park, and we've got 55 kilometers left of range, and 12% battery, so we did well. Loads and loads of chargers here. So it's a weird thing then, the RFID card didn't work for Octopus Electroverse, but the app did, and it's the same case as when we were at the charger earlier. So the card didn't work, but doing it with the app does. A bit strange. So we'll leave the car charging, and then we're going to go to the hotel now. It's not charging very quickly again, but hopefully it'll be alright. Nice to see e-Niro taxis. So we found ourselves in Amsterdam. It's fairly unexpected to end up here. It's all a bit last minute, but we went to, we did a canal journey all around the Amsterdam canals, which was fantastic. We had pizza on the boat and unlimited wine, which was great.
The best boat store with wine and food. Well, there was another one with the wine and cheese.
Oh yeah.
Another one with pancakes. Il red light district, dove sta tutte le donne in vetrina, le vedete dopo? No?
The golden age of the 17th century was a stellar time for Amsterdam. From politics and the economy to arts and science, everything flourished. And the city was now the most important trade center in Europe. The Dutch Republic, with cannons and other weapons. A replica of a trade...
Margherita? Yes. Thank you. E dai. Quello dietro il naso.
you want to try my Hawaiian?
No, I don't want.
Piccola, do you want to try my Hawaiian?
A piccola piacerebbe secondo me.
I know, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
No, it's
Just ham and pineapple. Che buono.
After the Second World War, the main harbor activities were moved to the western part of the city.
See that little logo there? They're electric, these boats. How great do you think that place would be?
Questo. Buono.
Thai street bar.
C'hanno Tom Yum Soup, eccola perché è Thai.
Sì.
Tom Yum, la mia preferita nel mondo.
We've ended up back at the hotel after walking through, desperate for a pee, walking through Amsterdam, looking for the ladies of the night, but we couldn't find them. Not to go there, just to see them in the window, obviously.
Yeah, you're gonna sneak out tonight and find them.
Thankfully, I've had too many wines to sneak out.
Since Papa needed to pee, he went to the public toilet, which is not really a toilet, it's that swirly thing, and he peed there.
It's the open swirl. It's the open swirly thing metal for men that just piss in front of everyone.
It's not one of the highlights of my life, but frankly, it's not as bad as some of the things I've done in Amsterdam. So anyway, we're in Amsterdam for one night, and tomorrow we're going to go back. Tomorrow we're going to go back on the boat. We're going to go from Rotterdam. Hoek van
There's one Amsterdam and then the other one's Rotterdam.
See. So we're going to go Hoek van Holland back to Harwich in I think it's Essex. So we're going to do that tomorrow night, sleeping over on the boat, and then we'll drive back to Canterbury from there. So yeah, so anyway, it's all good. Lovely room, lovely hotel, and it's goodbye.
Cheap, nice hotel, Alexander.
Oh, yeah.
The pizza ride was fantabulous.
Anyway, that's us for now. Goodbye. Even the airport cabs are electric. So good here. Okay, so today we are just walking around Amsterdam actually until we get the ferry back to England later tonight. So I'm not sure what we go. I don't know what we're going to do yet. There's so many museums and everything everywhere. But I don't think Aurelia wants to do very much of anything other than just relaxing. So we'll see. But it's a beautiful day. And I really love Amsterdam. Hotel last night, by the way, was very nice, but far too hot. There were fans in the room, but they were too noisy. And there was a mosquito that kept us up much of the night. But other than that, it was nice. And Fabiana said, meet her here, but of course, invariably, she's buggered off somewhere else, isn't she? So now I've got to guess where my wife is in Amsterdam. Probably at the bakery. What did you get?
Huh?
What did you get?
That's all.
We just stopped to get an espresso and cappuccino from this little kiosk near the museum, and it's really good. The espresso is really good, and apparently the cappuccino is like a proper Italian one. So it's really rare that we ever go anywhere.
The waffle is very good.
And the waffle's really good, yeah. And so is my cookie. But it's really rare that you go anywhere and you get a coffee. Thank you, darling. It's really rare that you go anywhere and you get a coffee and it's actually good. I end up going to Starbucks and stuff most of the time because that's actually better than most so-called artisan coffee places. But this one's really good. The best waffle in the world.
Sta, gira. Guardalo, gira su se stesso. Mandiamo noi stessi una cartolina? Ecco questo.
No, era less colourful.
Davvero?
Oh wow.
Ho trovato uno.
Already?
Here, this one.
Oh yeah, well done.
Gosh, it's so much work.
Yeah,
From a cardboard box.
yeah.
Sei sicuro che è un luce?
Aperto.
Io non capisco niente, che sto dicendo?
One of the cool things about Amsterdam is you see a lot of cars. You see a lot of cars in Amsterdam that you won't have seen before. They're Chinese brands that we don't have in the UK yet. And here's one of them. It's called Zeekr. And I'm not sure when we're going to get them in the UK, but Zeekr, they charge really, really fast. At least the new model, not these ones that they've got here for sale, but the new one in China. A lot of people are talking about. Yeah, they're really cool. Really cool cars, and you get a lot of technology in them for a price that tends to be better than a traditional manufacturer. And that car that just went past is a Nio, and Nio is a brand that's unique for doing battery swapping. So they charge really fast if you want to just charge it normally, but you can also go to battery swap locations, and then you get a whole new battery in your car, and it takes about 5 minutes, so it's about the same really as refilling with petrol. And because diesels are restricted around Amsterdam, a lot of the delivery vans tend to be electric as well. So there's an e-transit there, and I keep seeing Maxus e-delivers driving around as well. So Amsterdam's very good, really. There are charging places all over Amsterdam. Every road you see another charging place. So that's great. So that's one of the reasons that there are so many EVs around here. It makes perfect sense, really. That's what we need, more slow chargers, really. More slow chargers than rapid chargers, isn't it? Burrata, what was this one, Danny?
Fennel veloute.
Fennel veloute.
Penso qua.
I can't believe we're writing a postcard to ourselves. Polestar 3, very fancy. Okay, we now go back to the car, and I think it's fully charged, so I got a notification earlier about it. And then we'll go on to Hoek van Holland, so that's where we have to get the boat. %% battery, 449 kilometers of range. 1 hour 14, 72 kilometers. Let's go.
Let's go.
So we've parked at the short stay car park because we're a little bit early. If you get Stena Line as well and you follow the GPS coordinates on their email, then you'll find you end up in the bloody freight terminal with all these enormous trucks. So ignore the GPS coordinates and just use the signs that say England. So,
Siamo arrivati?
so yeah, we're going to stay here in this soulless looking car park for a bit. There must be something we can do, but stay here for a bit and then we'll get the boat in, or check in for the boat anyway, in about an hour and a half. We've got 84% battery, so we don't have to charge. If we did though, there are some chargers over there. It looks like there are 6 chargers, I think, in the long stay car park. Aurelia, look.
È arrivato adesso, guarda.
Adesso la vedo. Questa è la nostra.
I think it is, yeah, Stena Britannica.
Sì, è la nostra.
Ah, the lovely smell of diesel. So we've been parked in this car park for ages and now we're going to check in. We're a little bit early. I think we can check in from 6:15, but hopefully it's fine.
So we're not first.
They're a bit new to all this, but we're now in the queue for check-in. So we just sat in the car waiting. And then we'll have to do passport control and then I guess we drive onto the boat. Okay.
Have a good crossing.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everyone is 10 or 11.
It's not a quick process, is it?
No.
No. The Eurotunnel seems so much faster.
I need to carry it.
Hopefully I'm going the right way.
Eccolo! Che bello!
Here we
There's
are.
the ocean.
I've got a feeling this might be the most comfortable bed I'll have.
Andiamo?
Sì.
See, it looks like it's going to sink.
Yeah, dietro c'è solo.
far quicker than this, and obviously it's better for the environment. This uses a lot of diesel, and this is a big, loud, juddering thing. Maybe it's just loud like this when it's reversing, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, a bit grotty. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I shouldn't be so negative, really.
Including me.
And buying... Daniel, guarda!
Papa, look. This is so great.
And there's the reflection of the moon.
I can't really see much on the camera.
Che bello, we're going so quickly.
It's so windy. If I let go of the phone, it would fly off. I feel like I'm going to fly off into the sea. My God, it's unbelievable. That's terrifying. On the other side of the boat is perfect. So it's good night from us all. Good night, everybody.
Maybe they want to say breakfast.
Navigation and then unit to the top and then miles. See you later, Stena Line.
I don't think we'll ever go on Stena Line again. Ecco UK board, guarda che bisogna dare i cosi, eh?
We're stuck in the long passport queue to get out. So the trip was pretty unpleasant. I'm amazed that none of us vomited because it was really quite rocky. Didn't sleep very well. Food wasn't great. Drinks were expensive. The wine was crap.
Papa, be more positive. You're being like it's all rubbish. Oh, it's so awful. I hate this ship. It was very bad. Yes, I'm reviewing it. No, it was fine. It's just that he didn't sleep well, and he's bothering us about it when he could sleep right now in the damn car.
Anyway, well, I didn't like it, yes. But did you like it? Would you do it again?
No, because I was a bit seasick.
Exactly. That's kind of my point.
But it's not the damn ship's fault, it's the sea's fault.
Yeah, so we don't go on a boat then? No? We do the tunnel next time. I'll leave the video there, otherwise I'm just going to moan a bit more. My wife is silent in the front, but she, I'm sure, agrees with me.
Guaranteed to be millionaires. Euro Million. National Lottery. Play on that. Estimated check.
I'm really tired.
Siamo arrivati!
We're here, we're home. 36% battery, 94 miles of range, and that's the efficiency. Back home after our 2-week adventure, the e-Niro has done amazingly well, and I think the trip was pretty easy, really. I think I say that every time we do a road trip. This is now the 5th time that we've done it in an electric car, but I think this was probably the easiest. I think if you do plan a European road trip yourself, then make sure you get the Octopus Electroverse card, because that does make things so much easier. We'll be back soon with a live stream, hopefully.